Welcome, Tom No from Fifth Round, here with UFC President Dana White. We just wrapped the UFC on Fox press conference in Los Angeles. Dana, we've covered you quite a bit over the years. This is the most jovial we've seen you when discussing this Fox partnership. Would you say this is the biggest accomplishment of your career as far as your tenure in the UFC?
There's no doubt about it. We've achieved a lot of things over the last 10 years, but this is by far the biggest. And as excited as I was about signing this deal with Fox, now that we're actually in it, it's better than I even imagined it would be. These guys are great partners. Our deal doesn't start until January, and the things that they've delivered, I don't know if you've been watching the NFL and seeing all the promotion in there, and not just for the fight on Fox, but for the pay-per-view and everything else, we couldn't ask for better partners. It's a dream come true.
As far as putting Kane and Dos Santos in here, obviously you promoted them as you're guaranteeing an exciting fight. At the same time, how important was it for you that both of them can speak English and help you promote the fight?
Yeah, one of the things that I always say is when you get guys with great personalities, guys that speak English, and the list goes on and on, it's a plus. It's like the icing on the cake. But the reality is people don't tune in to see these guys speak. They're not going to go on the mic and give big speeches. They tune in to watch fights. And as long as I have guys who show up in shape and ready to fight and put on great fights, I could care less if they speak English or if they can even speak at all. They can be mutes for all I care.
You've expressed that this is kind of like a new beginning for you, this Fox partnership. That being said, you guys have also been a big supporter of the military in the past. Do you think this would be a good opportunity to maybe start singing the national anthem before a fight?
There is nobody, well, maybe Kid Rock is more patriotic than me, but, one of the things, I had a real bad experience doing the national anthem in one of our broadcasts back in UFC 33 in Las Vegas, and I haven't done it since. I think there's a lot of sports out there that do the national anthem before, you're not going to see it. I'm not going to do it.
Fox has promoted that they're going to have a red carpet Super Bowl type thing to help you kick it off. Being that you're going to be in Los Angeles, you also have good connections with Shaq. Have you reached out to him at all to help you kind of promote this show?
I haven't. As the thing gets closer, we'll see what happens. Shaq's out there doing his own thing. He's out there trying to make some money, but Shaq wants to be involved in the UFC. He and I just haven't got together yet. We've both been busy.
Yesterday, a report came out that Dan Henderson's going to face Mauricio Shogun, who at UFC 139. Is that confirmed?
That is confirmed. That's true. You're the only guy here today that's asked me that. It's shocking.
Try to be on point for you. So does that mean that Dan Henderson's exclusive with the UFC now?
Yep.
Okay. And what's going to happen with his belt over at Strikeforce?
I don't know. We'll figure it out. The whole Strikeforce piece of this thing's still being worked on.
All right. And last question, Dana. Looking forward to this weekend. It's a big fight. UFC heavyweight or light heavyweight champ John Jones going to defend his title against Rampage. What's your take on this whole Spygate thing?
Every time that there's a fight or something goes on, everybody has their own issues, and that's obviously been one in this fight. This whole spying on the training thing. I don't know. It is what it is. These guys are both have their different personalities and the little quirky things about them, but it's been part of the fun of the promotion of this fight.
Jones is a 6-1 favorite. Do you think that's an accurate line?
It's amazing. It just goes to show what the world thinks of John Jones, and especially the bookies, man. Beating Shogun is a big deal, and especially the way he beat him. Beating a guy like Vladimir Matyushenko the way that he beat him is a big deal. I've had a beef with how high they have him in the pound-for-pound rankings. If he goes in and does to Rampage what he's done to everybody else, then I have nothing to say about his pound-for-pound status, and John Jones is for real.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That's UFC President Dana White. I'm Tom No. Till next time.